Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mondays with Marian. I'm your host, Marian, and if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I have tons of videos that you can search for. I have a lot of book recommendations. I do a monthly book recommendation each month of 3 books that I love or I'm currently reading. And I also have videos on spirituality, leadership, entrepreneurship, things like topics that I'm thinking about, all this stuff, just sharing a part of my life with you and also learning. So today it is book time. I love books. So the first one is by Evelina Galang, Lola's House. And this book, oh my gosh, all the feels, all the emotions made me cry so much. I felt the pain, I felt the emotions, I felt the energy. This is a powerful, powerful book. And I actually met the author because she's a professor of writing and literature in Miami at the University of Miami. She's amazing. She's been doing this work for a long time and she's an activist. And this book, I guess I should tell you about it, but it is a book that documents, she went to interview all these women, they're called Lolas, and Lolas in the Filipino language means grandmothers. And these women who for years were kept silent, and they were all victims and survivors of the Japanese Inquisition in the Philippines, and they were all comfort women. They were forced into prostitution. They were forced into doing all these things. They were taken from their families at really, really young ages, and they were prisoners in camps. And they were raped repeatedly over and over again amongst the soldiers and the generals. And this is their story fighting for, not recognition, but fighting to have people recognize, or the Japanese embassy and the Japanese government to acknowledge them for their war crimes. So this details their stories of what happened to them. And it was so powerful because a lot of the things that they experience, I've experienced as well. I am a survivor of sexual abuse, and a lot of their stories resonated with me because some of them talked about how their families didn't believe them, how much it affects them still, and they get flashbacks. They've talked about how even they were abandoned or people didn't believe them or thought it was their fault. And this is a common trend with people who have been sexually abused or assaulted. This is the reason why a lot of people don't speak out, because they're afraid, they feel shame, and they're afraid of not being believed in. So this is a powerful book. I highly, highly recommend this book. And I think there's only one surviving Lola left. All the family members got a copy of this book. So this is amazing. I love the tagline here. Every war is a war on women. And I feel that with everything that's happening, all the sex crimes that are coming out, people speaking up, Me Too, this is such a timely book. So Lola's House, powerful. Then it leads me to, actually, I'm talking about 2 other spiritual books. So there's very, I don't know, I felt like sharing a lot of these books that have really made an impact in my life. The second one, actually I'm going to do this first, is by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I love him and his teachings. And it is Wishes Fulfilled, Mastering the Art of Manifesting. And I'm such a fan of the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. His writing and the way he speaks and his teachings about manifesting and how it's part of spirituality is beautiful. And this is one of my most favorite manifesting books. And it shows, he really outlines how we can tap into our highest self, because the world is abundant and the universe wants to give us all these beautiful things. We just need to tap into our highest self and bring that from that dimension to our 3rd dimension reality. So it's beautiful, which leads me to my last book recommendation, which is Ask and It Is Given. Learning to Manifest Your Desires, Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. So if you are familiar with the teachings of Abraham Hicks, it's amazing. It's very spiritual, but it's also about manifesting and bringing into your life all the things that you want: love, peace, abundance. And if you're not familiar with his teachings, head over to YouTube. There's a lot of videos about that, and it's actually Esther channeling Abraham Hicks. So it is beautiful, and it's also about manifesting and abundance and bringing those beautiful things into your life. And the foreword is by Dr. Wayne Dyer. So beautiful. That is it. Those are my recommendations for this month. I really hope you pick up one of these books. Let me know what you think. I also put a full list. People have been asking, how about is there one compiled list of all the book recommendations that I've done? And there is a link below. There is. It'll bring you over to my website and it'll show you all the past videos as well as links to actually buy the books on Amazon. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and social media. All the links are below, as well as if you haven't tuned into my podcast, the Thriver Lifestyle Podcast, please do. It's on iTunes, Google Play Music, and Stitcher. See you next week. Bye.